What's up, gamers, and hello YouTube. Today is Season 3 Reloaded, which means new patch notes, new weapon balancing, as well as a new weapon and more. Let's go through the patch notes and see what has changed with Season 3 Reloaded, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do enjoy it, like, comment, and subscribe, because that will help me out a lot. I'm posting a lot of content here. We've got some coaching videos coming up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Without further ado, let's go through the patch notes. So let's dive into it. Season 3 Reloaded patch notes. Customization, I don't really care for that. That's not like a big deal to me. Weapon prestige camos is a big deal. It's kind of cool that they actually added this. Like earlier in the season, Sledgehammer Games was saying that they wanted to do prestige camos, but they couldn't. They didn't have time. There were more important stuff, but now they're actually coming out with prestige camos, which is really cool. The only thing you need to do to unlock a prestige camo is earn XP with a certain weapon of choice, and then later on in seasons you actually get new prestige camos, and then you do have to unlock the previous one. So in the future, if you haven't unlocked this one, you do have to unlock it, and it's actually a pretty cool looking camo as well. If you look at it here, this kind of looks sick. This is probably the best gold camo I've seen in a while. I think this looks dope. Hopefully they'll come out with other cool ones, like an obsidian camo would be sick. But this is cool that they finally added something to grind for into the game, because I haven't played Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer in a while, just because I don't have anything to grind. Now, this is an interesting one. The bunkers are redacted. This could either mean that the bunkers are open, or there's something happening alluding to them opening in Season 4. I haven't played yet, so hopefully they are open, because we need something on the big map. I'm a big map player, but haven't played at all in Season 3, which kind of breaks my heart, but like there hasn't been anything to grind for on the big map, nothing to play for. The lobbies die out way too quick. Only 100 player makes it a lot of pain to just zip and zip and zip trying to find people on the map. So hopefully the bunkers are open. Hopefully it's something cool with like specialists or something else, something insane, but we'll see. And hopefully this is actually something really cool. Now, as for modes, Loaded Resurgence is basically high trip without the gummies, without the visual effects, but you do spawn in with your loadout at all times. So it's non-stop action with your loadout, and this could be actually something really cool. I'm really excited to try this out, and later on in season we get Lockdown for Rebirth Island. So Lockdown fans, let's go. The playlist for this week, we have Loaded Resurgence trios, rank play trios, Plunder on Urzikstan, Battle Royale for all the modes, and then Resurgence solos and duos on map rotation, which is a pain. I love solos Resurgence on Rebirth. I don't like it on Vandal. I don't like it on Fortune's Keep, but I do like it on Rebirth. So that's painfully boring to me, but I'd rather have solos and duos be on map rotation than trios or quads. So I'm kind of happy with it. And we still have quads on Rebirth Island. If you want to play trios, you'll have to load into Loaded Resurgence, which is fair, I guess, for a week. And then this one is kind of interesting. Resurgence Champions Quest. Up until now, we've only had the Champions Quest on Rebirth Island, but now it's also coming to Fortune's Keep and Vandal, but the cosmetics are the same. So if you've already done a nuke, you don't get any new rewards. It's just the same. So I would still go for Rebirth Island. I think Rebirth Island is probably the easiest map, maybe Fortune's Keep to do a nuke. And this next bullet point is actually one of the most important ones in this entire patch notes. Rebirth Island audio improvements. Improvements have been made to audio occlusion. If you don't know what that means, basically if you and your enemy are between a piece of cover or terrain or anything that could like mess your sound in real life, it would do it in the game. But to an extent that was way too far. Like sometimes you would just not hear anything. On top of prison on the skinny side, especially, that was like a big problem because nobody could hear you come up on the stairs. So it was really easy to flank people by just walking up the stairs. They would never hear you. And now hopefully that is fixed. They also adjusted the level of audio when you're zipping, using your parachute and the enemy footsteps. So hopefully all of that will sound way better now. And this one is a really nice one. Ascender audio improvements. Enemies and allies using Ascenders will now make 2 distinct audio sounds. Oftentimes my teammates will zip up and I will double check because I hear the zip and it's actually my teammate, but because I'm looking at them, somebody can now shoot me and it just ruins the flow of the game. Hopefully this sound is actually quite distinct and it will actually work, because that would be awesome. I'm really happy they did that. And then interrogation and revive sound quality of life. Increase audible distance of volume of interrogation and revive sounds, so you'll be able to hear somebody revive a little bit further. So hopefully that works as well, because I've had a lot of people self on me that I didn't know they were selfing. I didn't know they were finished selfing, and it would just totally mess up my game. Rebirth Island is also getting a new public event, which is called Heavy Armor, where you have more armor than normal. This brand new public event raises the number of armor plates that players can carry, buffing the total number of health points from 150 to 200 for the whole match. So basically this is Titanium Trials, but as a public event that starts at the beginning of the match. Like just like you have a fire seal, you now have a heavy armor at the beginning of the match. So as soon as you drop in, you are able to carry 1 more plate. And that is actually a really interesting one. I'm surprised that it's a public event and not a limited time mode. I feel like a limited time mode would be better, but as a public event, I'll take it. I love a bigger skill gap any day of the week, so I'm fine with it. Hopefully it isn't like super low chance of occurring, because here they say it is, and I hope it occurs quite often because I like a skill gap. And we're also getting the weapon trade system. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a box, and if you have a weapon, you can trade in your weapon for extra loot. It will give you another weapon or lethal and tacticals, but if you trade in somebody's loadout guns, your own loadout guns, or a legendary weapon, you could get a specialist perk patch. This is insane. I really am excited to try this out again because I loved using the specialist perk package. Just trading in guns, especially if you just killed somebody, trade in their guns, get a specialist token for it, get another one for your friend, and you're just zooming across the map. That was a lot of fun. This will add a lot of new dynamics to the game, so I'm really excited to try that out. We're getting a new utility box. It's basically an armor and ammunition box in one. I wonder how many armor plates you get, because the armor box got nerfed to 4 plates. I wonder if this is still going to give you 6 plates. Then Foresight is a kill streak that returns. You can acquire it via Redacted. So we don't know how you acquire it just yet. And as I said earlier, Specialist is back. One of the ways to get it is through the weapons trade system. And there's probably going to be some Easter egg where you can like trade in a key card and get Specialist as well. It's going to be interesting. I wish it was for Big Map as well, because Big Map needs Specialist. It's going to be so much fun to run around Big Map with Specialist. Like, I just need it. And then we have a Redacted upgrade. With the arrival of new excellent gear, Kony is updated Redacted to make good use of it. No clue what this is. I assume this could be like a weapon upgrade or maybe a special field upgrade. I have no clue. This is going to be an interesting one, and as soon as I find out, you'll see it on the YouTube channel. Then we're also getting a variable time of the day. We'll have sunset, overcast, and a foggy skybox for Rebirth Island. Similar to Vandal, the time of the day may change during one specific match. Keep an eye on smart displays to stay informed about the forecast. So just like we had in Vandal with the fog, we're gonna get a foggy, overcast, and sunset skybox. It's gonna be interesting. Hopefully the fog isn't too much, because I hated the fog in Vandal. It's easier than the next one. Ascender improvements. It's gonna be easier to ascend on a zip or on a ascender in like an elevator or whatever. It's gonna be easier for it to let you interact with it. That's a good one. Like sometimes you're just struggling to get on a zip, and this will make it easier, so that's good. Now a big change inside of Rebirth Island. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Inside of Ranked, you only got 1 stim out of a medicine cabinet, and now in pubs, that is also gonna be 1 stim instead of 2. So the gas plays are getting nerfed a little bit. They were kind of OD. I've won like 6 games yesterday just using stims. We were out-stimming the other team, basically making it impossible for them to kill us because we were just playing off angles, rotating around, like easily getting behind them in gas. So I get why they did this. It's gonna hurt me though, because I love a stim. Then they made the spy drone contract easier. The drones have less health. There's less drones in total, and they are also lowered in altitude. So it's gonna be easier for people to complete these spy drone contracts. I actually got killed in ranked the other day because I was doing a spy drone contract, so that's actually something I'm looking forward to, because I don't want to die like that ever again. Then we get the new assault rifle, the Bell 27, and as you can see here, it is a pretty looking gun. I kind of like the look of this gun, and the fire rate seems faster than I thought. The first 4 bullets are going to be slower, and then it ramps up in fire rate, but as you can see, that kind of shot fast. Like, it's not a slow shooting gun at all. So it's going to be really fun to unlock this, and as soon as I know if it's any good, I'll post a video on it. So stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be tomorrow's video. So hopefully, if you guys like this kind of content, be there tomorrow, subscribe, and I'll show you guys. Then we're getting new aftermarket parts. The compatibility with the M16 converts the M16 in a fully automatic rifle. The Jack Wardens make the Lockwood MK2, the marksman rifle, into a shotgun. And not just any shotgun, an akimbo shotgun. This is going to be really toxic. This is the one that's releasing this week. So I'm going to be unlocking this as well. And I think I'm going to terrorize some lobbies, and it's going to be horrible. I'm probably going to get terrorized by this as well. This is going to ruin my day. And hopefully it's not broken. I really hope it's not broken. Otherwise, GG's COD. I'll see you guys next week. And then we get into the weapon adjustments. Basically, all the hipfire spreads on ARs are nerfed. Then the max damage range got decreased on the RAM 7, making the RAM 7 a little bit less viable on that close range TTK and that near to mid range TTK, which is where it excelled. So they basically nerfed the RAM 7 for everything. Like in the past seasons, they've nerfed it for long range, and now they're nerfing it for close and mid range, which means the RAM 7 is probably going to fall out of the meta. People that are still using it will probably stop using it now. Then we got a buff to the MCW. 2, and a lot of buffs to attachments for the FR556 because nobody was using it. Hopefully it will be a little bit more viable and be fun to use. Then the M13 got a little buff, which it desperately needed because it got nerfed in like season 1 for no reason. Then Tempest Razorback also got a buff. I think the Tempest Razorback just went from not viable at all to semi-viable. I think if these damage changes, the Razorback is going to be fun on Resurgence. Not on big map though. On big map, stay away from it. I think on Resurgence, this is going to be fun now. Then the FR Advancer got a little buff, and I don't think this is enough. Like the Advancer will still be a pea shooter compared to like the SMGs, but hopefully this will make it a little bit better because the Advancer is kind of bad. You spawn in with it as well, so it should be better. Then the SOA Subverter got a big nerf, and that was to be expected. It was too dominant, and hopefully that will like bring it in line with the other ARs a little bit. I still think this is going to be meta. Just looking at this stat, I think this is still going to be a dominant gun, unless the new gun is meta, because I haven't tried that one out. I haven't seen any stats on it, so that might actually be really good, but so far it doesn't seem like the meta has changed that much. Same with the HRM. It got a big nerf, but at the same time, not big enough where I'm saying like, yeah, this gun is done now. I think it's still top tier viable. It would just probably nerf the TTK by like 30 milliseconds, I assume. I don't know the numbers by heart, so like we'll have to wait for the data to be gathered. But from looking at it, it doesn't seem like the meta has changed that much. And then the Rival 9. Max damage increased, max damage range increased, lower arm and hand modifiers increased, and lower torso modifier increase. This is probably not enough because the Rival 9 was really bad, but hopefully it will bring it a little bit up, make it like semi-viable, and hopefully in the next season they will actually make it viable, because we need a Rival 9 meta. Like, let's be honest, we all want a Rival 9 meta. It's gonna be fun to use the Rival 9. The Bruen got a nerf, and then they did big nerfs to the snipers. All of the snipers have decreased bullet velocity. If you're using the one-shot ammo for the Morse, it got a big nerf to bullet velocity as well, and the increase to ADS on the Morse is quite weird to me. Like, we finally have a quick scoping gun, and then they make it slower. I don't get why they do that. I would rather have the ADS be fast, but have the bullet velocity be lower, and that way you're kind of balancing it out. But that's fine. I'm not a sniper anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. Then they increase the movement speed on basically every pistol, and that's about it. That's it, Chad. We have gone through the patch notes. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with probably a video on the new guns, and I hope you guys enjoy and have a good rest of your day.